Hello, Friendzies. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to preface this before we get into like the meat of the video. I'm not saying any of this or making this video for people to be like, no, like you're doing a good job. Don't worry. Like inflate my ego or like I'm not like asking for validation or anything. I'm just like talking like I always do on this channel. I'm just talking shit like I always do. And I think I'm like talking about it specifically because I want to like extend the like don't worry you're doing a good job to other people who might have had like similar things happen in their life. So it's not like please don't worry about being like no Heather don't worry because like I know, but sometimes our brains are a little silly dumb goofy and make us feel not great. So anyway, I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome. By now, if you've been on the channel, I've talked about this about a million times. If this is the first time you're seeing a video from me, I worked in retail for 9 years straight, and now I'm a librarian, and I've been a librarian. It's almost been a year. End of October, early November will be a year since I became a librarian, and I'm not like, to me, it's dumb to not call myself a librarian just because I don't necessarily have the degree that's like the library science degree. Not to like brush off people that have degrees in library sciences. You guys are so fucking valid, and that sounds really hard and difficult. And I've been like kind of maybe thinking about doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want more student loans. I paid off one of them. I don't need more. But also, I think it's dumb to not call myself a librarian when I actively work in a library, especially when you think about the fact that my mom has worked in libraries for 30 plus years and doesn't have the library science degree, but has like been promoted in the library because of one, her knowing what the fuck she's doing, and two, the fact that she's been there so long and she knows the systems in and out. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was just like a mini tangent I was thinking of. But anyway, I've been working in a library since last end of October, early November. And I love it. It's like probably, it's not my absolute dream job, but it is the closest thing to my dream job, which is fantastic. And I love it so much. And it means the entire world to me that I'm a librarian. I feel good about my job a lot of the time. And it's really crazy going from retail that I worked for 9 years in, being told constantly all of the time that I'm like an absolute fucking moron and I don't actually do any work and I'm bad at my job and everything that goes wrong with not just the job and not just the department I work in, but really the company is my fault. Yeah, I was treated so bad at that company. I'm also like kind of on one right now about that because I hung out with my friend yesterday who we became friends through work when I worked at that retail job, and we talked shit because we have friends that still work there that are still being treated like shit. So, I'm kind of on one about that. But anyway, it's weird. And the thing is it's like an abusive relationship, really, being there that long and being abused for as long as I was mentally, emotionally, verbally and everything. It is just so bizarre how jarring it is when people at a new job treat you with like basic human decency. Because when I make a mistake at the library, my boss goes, so this is the mistake you made. This is how you would fix it, right? Like, this is what you would do instead. Show me that you can fix that. And I go, okay, beep, boop, boop, boop. It's fixed. And she goes, okay, that's what you do next time that you don't know. And I'm like, oh my God, that's incredible. And she's like, no worries, do your best. Here's a cheat sheet, because she has like a binder behind the desk of like cheat sheets essentially, where if there's something like I don't know how to do or I haven't done it, you know how sometimes you learn something new but you don't do it, you only do it once in a while, so then you're like, fuck, I don't remember how to do this. She has a binder of like all this stuff with like steps on how to do it. And even one time she went to show me and she's like, oh, that's outdated, we don't do it this way anymore, give me 2 seconds, let me make you a new sheet. It's incredible. And it's really weird, but it's also like so validating and nice and incredible. And it makes me actually like happy to go to work and happy to have to be a participant in capitalism and everything. But here's the thing. I've been there for a while now, almost a year. And I love my coworkers. Everybody's so sweet and wonderful. But every time I make a mistake, even if it's like a little tiny silly one, I feel so bad. I get like really rude to myself in my brain. Somebody will help me fix it, and I'm like, oh my God, like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like, that was kind of a dumb mistake for me to make. No worries. But then in my head, I'm like, what a fucking, you're such a stupid idiot moron. Like, how dare you? You don't even deserve to work here, which, like, isn't okay and isn't cool and shouldn't be what I'm thinking at all. That's... I don't even know. I didn't even know what I really wanted to say. There's no reason for me to think like that. It literally is just being conditioned from my old job to think that everything was my fault all of the time because my managers couldn't fucking do anything. They couldn't be bothered to do anything. So when I did something wrong that they were supposed to have done, and they knew they would get blamed for it by corporate, they yelled at me instead, because it's easier to yell at me and make me feel like shit than actually do the work, I guess. I don't know. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to mainly talk about the fact that, like, if you also have like a similar career path where you worked in like shitty retail or like some like food service, and now you work at like a library, or you have like a corporate job, or you have like a desk job, or it's just something that's like more professional, because everybody looks down on retail and food service. So if you have like a new like professional job, I guess, and you think that, like, why am I even here? Why do I even have this job? Like, I'm not even good at it. Just know that it's like, you got that job for a reason, especially with this job market, You got that job for a reason. They hired you for a reason. And that's a message for you as much as it is for me. The imposter syndrome feels crazy a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm like, they could have hired literally anybody else, and I can't believe they hired me. My dumbass, why did they do that? They hired me for a reason. And my boss and the other lady, she's not like the head of because my boss is the head of circulation, but then there's another lady that, like, if my boss isn't there, I don't know if it's like a rule, but to me, I go to her. You know what I mean? If my main boss isn't there. So the two of them were the ones that interviewed me, and both of them have told me like reasons why they liked me in the interview and why they hired me. So that really helps. That makes me feel like good about myself, because they gave me like good reasons, and I'm like, oh, good. And I did do an interview recently somewhere else. It was another library, because it was paying more than my current library pays me. And I did do that interview. And the people that I didn't get that job, which that's why the imposter syndrome came out like really, really bad lately. I was having a really rough week a couple weeks ago because I didn't get the job. But anyway, I was really upset because it was good money and I would get health insurance again, which I currently don't have. So, but anyway, they also were like telling me in the interview, they were like, you interview really well. Like, they said something about like me not seeming like I'm nervous, and I was like, oh, good, haha, because I am. And they were like, no, you interview really well, so like, you know, we're definitely going to consider you. And I was like, okay. So it's nice to be told that, like, reasons why they hired you and everything, because there is a reason why they hired you, and you're doing a good job. That's it. That's the video. I just wanted to quickly talk about like imposter syndrome and how it's usually lying to you. Just like nostalgia, it's usually lying to you, and you're doing a good job, and you're awesome, and you're killing it. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave a like so I know that you understand that imposter syndrome is lying to you and you're doing a good job. Okay? I don't know why I'm threatening you with a gun that's upside down, technically. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!